Hi, welcome to Steps Ballroom Online. This video will be the recap for weeks 3 and 4 of our East Coast Swing 1 livestream class series. If you'd like to be a part of those livestream classes, make sure you reach out to us via email at dance@stepsballroom.com, or you can find us via our social media links, which you'll see down in the description. Do make sure you like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you receive updates for whenever we post future recaps. Last week, we wrapped up the single arm turn sequences for this class. We're going to be starting today moving into our double arm turn sequences, and we'll be starting with a pattern called window. Now, in order to work this pattern appropriately, we're going to tackle doing the arm work before breaking down the individual footwork. So let's get started. So as we start working on our double arm turn sequences in the window in specific, we have a lot more moving pieces with the arm work in these patterns than we did in the previous set. So before we talk about footwork, we want to just talk about the basic arm work and the leads. So as we take our partner, we're going to take a double hand hold position. The first thing that happens before we even do anything is that the leader is going to bring his right hand fingertip up into the cupped palm of the follower. And it's going to come up just below the shoulder, not above yet. This is our preparation to go. This is what will happen on the word rock, step, before we get into the motion. Now we're going to demo the arm work. We're just going to walk the footwork. Don't worry about being correct on the footwork here. We're just keeping our focus on the arms. On the first triple step, from this position, the right arm is going to go over the top of the leader's head. And we're going to move so that we move towards the left side shoulder of our partner. The follower at that point isn't going to move so much, but you can reposition your chest and face your partner as they start to pass you by, just to give them a little bit of room to slide by your shoulder. So we go into this, and I take on triple step, I go up and over to this position. Now that moment, there are a couple of key things we want to make sure that we do. When you go forward, you need to keep your chest, your head, and your hips straight forward past your partner and not turn before we do the second arm gesture. So when I go into the motion, correct motion is over the head, and I am completely straight forward from my original position. If I turn my body, well, then I'm going to lock myself in like a straitjacket and not be able to get out of the motion. So you have to go straight on the first triple until we lift the second arm. The second thing is, do not float this in front of your face. It makes getting out of it more difficult. As soon as the arm comes over your head, relax it entirely down on your shoulder and chest. This should be loose and relaxed, not tight and held in the motion. It will make it too difficult to do the next part of the gesture. From here, at the end of the first triple, but before the second triple begins, in that little bit of breath and pause between the two triples, we're going to lift the left arm up and out so that we have a nice big opening to step underneath and through. At this point, the follower will move to the opposite side of our partner as we turn around to face each other. This leaves us in a double cross position with both partners having right wrist over left wrist and holding on to the fingertips. So let's demo this from the side again. We've prepped the hand. I take the first triple, bringing it all the way over my head. I lift before the second triple, step underneath and turn around to face my partner, and my partner has moved to the other side of me. We are in the double cross position. From here, I'm going to lift both arms up towards the follower's left side shoulder for the leader or the follower's right shoulder. So we're going to lift up to the follower's right shoulder on the leader's left side. This is going to act like a natural turn. Even though we've got both arms up, the follower is going to go under the arm counterclockwise, and then that will unwind our hands back to the original position and reset us for our next pattern sequence. So we're here, we prep the hand, we go over the head, we go lift and turn, we lift both arms and unwind to the original position. We're here, we prep the hand, we go over the head, we go lift and turn, and then we turn our partner around to get back to standard handhold position. You want to work on this until those motions feel comfortable. before you start trying to add the footwork in, because it becomes one of these things, trying to manage the arm work and the footwork. We need some of it to be operating on muscle memory. So practice this first, then we'll regroup and add the footwork to the pattern. All right, now that we have a basic idea of the arm work for the window motion, we need to talk about the footwork. So the leader's footwork for this, it is a very asynchronous motion. As a matter of fact, it is more difficult than the footwork we've done for the other patterns because we do have two separate gestures. So as we start our basic here, we have basic step, trip, full step, prepare the hand. We're ready to do the over the head motion. That will accompany this footwork on the first triple. So the arm is going to go over the head as we take our first triple. Listed by the book, it's forward, together, forward. With our partner, your goal is to edge to the diagonal side of your partner. So we're not trying to run them down. We're trying to move past them a little bit to the diagonal. So even though it's technically written as forward, together, forward, we're going to drift diagonal left, rock, step, forward, together, forward, so that we're passing by our partner instead of colliding with them. Now we've taken that right arm over the head at this point. We're ready to begin the second part of the motion. The second part of the motion is side together side with the right foot. But as we go right together right, we curve 180 degrees counterclockwise or to the left, which will turn us around to face our partner and facing the opposite direction. So as I start here with my right foot, I put the teacup on the floor and I'm going to pace sideward around the motion, going right, together, right. Finding my partner on the other side. We're in the double arm cross position at this point. We will rock back for rock, step. Now there is not a basic in between the motion. We go right from this rock step into lifting the arms for the follower's turn portion of this and dance a basic while they rotate stepping, trip, full step, rock, step, reconnecting hands to normal, dancing out basic, step, trip, full step, rock, step. We're going to take that one more time slowly, just like that again. I'm going to turn a different angle so we can see all the way through the motion. Starting from the basic, we have basic step, trip, full step, rock, prepare the hand. We have forward, together, forward, moving to the side of our partner. We're going to curve to finish the last part here. Right, together, right. Facing our partner, we step, rock, step. We take the arms up and around for their turn. Trip, full step, rock, step. We recover and dance out basic step, trip, full step, rock, step. Let's do that again all the way through, but before we go, we will notice that this pattern by the book with the right amount of rotation that we're calling for will flip 180 degrees from your original starting position. So if I start facing this way and I'm doing the correct amount of rotation, I should end facing the opposite direction of my starting position. So as I start going into the motion, all the way through slowly but without stopping, we have basic step, trip, full step, prepare the hand, over the head, turn underneath, rock, we turn, the partner around, trip, full step, rock, step, basic step, trip, full step, stopping there. Okay, so the follower's motion for this pattern, the first triple is the most ambiguous, and it's because our partner is going to lift their arm up and forward away from us. So it's going to initially feel like he's trying to get you to turn. We know it's not for us though, because it's not exceeding our shoulder height. So we don't know where we're going with this. And anytime we get a lead that's a little weird and a little fuzzy, this could be the lead for the window. This could also just be a poorly led pattern on his part. Whenever we get a lead that's fuzzy and we're not sure, the safest thing to do on the first triple is to take it entirely in place. And that's what we're going to do here. So as I dance into the motion, basic step, trip, full step, rock, step. He's lifting this arm up and preparing to go over his head for the motion. We are going to take the first triple, right, together, right, completely in place, trying not to travel at all. We're going to go together, 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 or right, together, right. The reason for that is if you actually move to the right, right, together, right, like we do in a normal basic, well, our partner is trying to pass us here on this hip. And so by stepping to the side, we're actually cutting him off, and he's either going to collide to us or he's never going to be able to find the edge of the motion. So that first triple step is entirely in place as he's negotiating himself beside us. Now we're clear that it's the window motion. And on our second triple, left together left, we are going to curve hard, turning to our right or clockwise to face him and find him at the end of the motion. So as we finish right together right or triple step, our left together left is going to curve around the teacup on the floor, left together left to find him wherever he is, and then dance rock step. Now we're going to be in our double cross position at that point. As soon as we finish rock step, he's going to shoot both arms up towards our right shoulder, and then this part of the pattern is identical in footwork to the follower's natural underarm turn, which was our first turn that we did in week 1 of swing. So as we go here on rock step, put that teacup on the floor, we have right together right, left together left, rock step, which should unwind us back to normal position. Dance out basic step, triple step, rock step. Now when doing that footwork, the important part of the curve at the end is to get to your partner. Because he's turning underneath both arms, he's going to be the one that is a little bit more out of control with that motion. So as we curve around him, turning to our right or clockwise, our goal in rotation is however much rotation it takes for both of us to end up facing each other at the end of the gesture. So as we go into this, we have basic step, triple step. He prepares the arm, triple in place, triple around him, rock step, turn to the right, find your partner, rock, now basic, triple step, rock step. So now that we have the footwork for our window, we want to combine that with the arm work that we worked on before. So as we go into the motion, we start with our basic step. We'll take this nice and slow through the first motion. Triple step, rock step. We've prepped the hand ready to go. Again, as a follower, this doesn't feel like a lead for you because it isn't above your body, or above the shoulder line. That's why we want to keep this as a prep. So when we take that first triple, you're going to do it mostly in place and keep your chest facing towards your partner as they go past you. Leaders, again, we are shooting diagonally forward, but we want to make sure we don't turn our upper bodies because we'll get ourselves into trouble with the arms. Stepping, triple step. From here, we lift, and then we turn underneath the arm as our partner moves around us. Triple step, and we rock step. Now this rock step moment, depending on who curved how much over that second triple, it is entirely possible you'll get to that rock step and feel like you have nowhere to go. The usual culprit of that is that the leader, because they're trying to negotiate the arm work, instead of curving around that teacup on the second triple, just shoots out to the back, and so is incapable of taking another backward step because we hit maximum distance. As a follower, you can compensate for that and not only curve on your triple, but almost step forward a little bit to cover the distance. So if you notice your partner slipping away from you on it because of momentum or just because we're struggling with a new pattern, as we finish this motion, as they start to slide away from you, full step, you just track to them and then take the rock step, and that'll smooth it out. Now, in the long run, we want the leader to curve more. So we want to make sure that we look for our partners as we finish that second part, gentlemen, or leaders. As we go into the gesture here, as you start to turn, look for your partner. That'll help bring you around the rotation on the back half of the pattern. Once we get to the rock step, we do not have a pause or another basic in between ideally. As soon as you get there, you're going to go rock step with the same sweet spot lead that we had for the follower's natural underarm turn. So you're going to try and hit rock step, shooting both arms up to the shoulder, so that they know that they have their underarm turn going. Trip, pull, step, rock, step. Once we've unwound, we go back to basic step, trip, pull, step, rock, step. Let's take that one more time with our partner all the way through without stopping. So we have 5, 6, 7, and basic step, trip, pull, step. Here's the window over the head, lift and turn, rock, step, turn the lady, just step. Now back to basic, trip, pull, step, here's the window over the head, lift and turn, rock, step, turn the lady, finish the step, back to basic, triple, rock, step. One last note on this pattern. If you and your partner are fairly evenly matched in hip height and shoulder height, nobody should have any trouble with the arm work. Do not play London Bridge with yourself when you start going over your head. Do not give yourself a shave and a haircut as you go through the gesture. So the arms go all the way up. As we go through that, take them up and over nice and easily so that nobody's struggling on that gesture. Occasionally, you will dance with individuals who are significantly taller or significantly shorter than you, in which case we're going to have to duck through the motion. When we duck, we want to make sure we do it through our knees, not through our waist. So I do not want to see this gesture going through the motion. When we duck through the gesture, rock, step, knees and head at best to get through the gesture and then come right back up on the other side. So if there is a significant difference in height between you and your partner, it's still functionally possible to do the pattern, but you're going to go through as a duck on the knees and neck, not waist and chest on that moment. So now that we have our window pattern, we want to link that to the rest of the sequence. So we're still going to have basic, 2 followers natural turn, basic, 2 followers reverse underarm turn, basic, 2 leaders side pass. We'll then do 1 basic into the window sequence, looping to the beginning of the sequence, starting with basic and followers natural turn again, going through the whole routine. Now with this, we will find ourselves differently positioned on the floor, and as you repeat the sequence multiple times, you should hit every side of the room with every single one of those patterns over the course of 4 repetitions. Now let's take that whole sequence with our partner with the music. Tempo before you go is triple step, rock step, 5, 6, 7, and basic step. Natural turn. Back to basic. Reverse turn, triple. Back to basic, triple step to side pass, triple step. Now back to basic. Window. Step, triple step, rock step, turn the partner. Back to basic, triple. And repeat the whole sequence from there. So keep working on that material for this week. If you have any questions, you can reach out to us via email or social media. Also, feel free to post a comment below. We would be happy to respond. Please do like and subscribe. It really does help us out here at this channel. Otherwise, keep practicing, and I will see you in our next lesson.